All right, Pisces, we're going to jump into a general reading. We're just going to kind of see what's coming out for today. Guys, if you need anything, check out that description. All right. What do we have? I feel like you guys are going to be feeling the urge, the need to take a step back and rest. This can mean something as simple as, okay, I need a few hours for me to just lay here and purely exist. I'm feeling that strongly. What do we got? Okay, there's also going to be a situation where you're going to need to not let pride get in your way. Okay, there's somebody coming towards you with some sort of answers. Could be a Leo, could be an Aries. It's going to be somebody that's going to take action. The reason this person's coming in towards you and this energy's gaining momentum is because there needs to be closure. There needs to be answers. There needs to be communication. For some of you, this is going to be an ex-friend, an ex-lover. This could definitely be somebody where, again, pride could have a tendency to get in your way. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to try to understand. I don't want to have empathy for you. If you find yourself in that energy, take a step back. The reason that this person or this is happening is for you to get some sort of answers, clarity. And someone's getting the confidence, the courage to come forward. Yeah, do not let your past self hold you back. Your commitment's being tested. This could be somebody giving you an opportunity that maybe at one point you wanted. Not giving the ability to let your past hold yourself back. Now, with your commitment being tested, especially with step outside your comfort zone, that doesn't always mean commitment to another person. To me, it can mean commitment to yourself, commitment to what you're wanting. I was really getting that in the next few months, there's going to be an energy of you choosing to practice not only what you say, what you preach, but who you are. You know, we can sit here all day and say, well, I'm a good person. I don't mess with married people, or I don't, cuss, or whatever it is in your eye to be a good person. Maybe you don't steal, whatever that looks like. Okay, when times get tough, are you still practicing those values? When you haven't been getting attention and someone comes around and they're married, are you willing to take that attention? When you haven't been paid in 2 weeks and you need to eat and you're hungry and you get the ability to steal, are you still practicing those values that you were preaching? So I'm seeing that come up as well. An energy of how devoted, how committed to yourself are you? For some of you, this journey started in September. Now, for some of you, this has been a few months. For some of you, it hasn't. A few years. For some of you, it hasn't. It's just been a few months. But really making time for yourself to practice self-love, to put yourself first. But also understanding when you have to put yourself on the back burner. Talk less, feel more. Again, a lot of energy of emotions coming up. You could be getting triggered, trying to figure out how you're going to balance and ground yourself. Also understanding and recognizing that when you go through an experience more than once, you're really learning how to bounce back quicker, how to recoup, understand, process the wisdom that you got from that experience quicker. I mean, it's just like a child learning how to write. When they first start, it's a mess. It can stress you out. It can be overwhelming. It can be like, okay, let's take some breaks because this is going to take some time. Well, after so much practice, you bounce back quicker. It's easier for you. I feel that especially here. Keep your heart open. Again, that's what this don't let pride get in your way. Someone or something is coming in where you need to keep your heart open. I feel like I need to say this to someone. Don't hurt someone's feelings just because they hurt yours. And if you feel the need to hurt someone's feelings just because they hurt yours, that doesn't make you any better than them. And I know I could have just triggered somebody with that. That's fine. If you feel the need to unsubscribe, that's fine. But it's the truth. Hurt people hurt people. And if there's a part of you that wants to look at someone and put your middle finger up and tell them that you hope they stub their toe and run out of gas on the way home, then there's a hurt part of you that needs to be healed. And I see that. Needing to keep your heart open. Needing to talk less and understand what you're feeling. What are those emotions? Why are you being triggered? Why is it whenever something doesn't happen exactly how you want it to, it pisses you off and you get super annoyed? Is it because you've never felt like things have worked out for you? How do we get over that? There's just a lot of things that's going to be coming up for you. But it's for you to be able to go to the future that you're wanting quicker. Make sure you're focusing on the positive. Yeah, something to do with your emotions. Your emotions are going to just... You could be getting pissed off here coming up. Needing to assess the situation. Needing to focus on the positive. And for some of you, you could have to forgive someone. Not for them, but for yourself. Recognizing that when we forgive someone, it isn't always for them. It doesn't get them off the hook. We give it to the universe to take care of it. All right, what's the overall energy for you, Pisces? What's the overall energy that you have going on? The Hanged Man, maybe definitely changing your perspective or taking a step back. Ooh, current overall energy, 3 of Swords in the reverse. Healing. No longer feeling sad and disappointed. Recognizing that the leaps that you took where you felt like they were blind leaps and you fell on your face, those were for growth. Those were for expansion. Those were for you to become the person that you are today. And recognizing that just because you were disappointed in that moment doesn't mean that that disappointment has to stay with you. You know, sometimes in life, we can understand an effect that someone had on us, but we don't always see the effect we've had on that person. Even if a person has treated you like crap, even if a person has not been so compassionate towards you or caring or just plain vindictive, know that that's going to come back to them. And it isn't your responsibility to make them lose something or to feel a certain way. They will get the lesson. They will then understand, oh, that's how I made you feel. I just got, the universe just said, checkmate. You want to play games? Let's play games. And maybe for some of you, there's been somebody that you've dealt with who cried like they've never cried before when the experience was over with you, whether it was a friend, a family member, a lover, whatever it is. There is something that this person saw in their self that they never want to see again. And for a lot of you, you don't know that. But you've healed from it. You've let it go. You're no longer disappointed. You're no longer sad. There's a healing energy coming in like never before. I'm hearing that song. There's a new wind blowing like I never known. I'm breathing deeper than I've ever done. And it sure feels good to finally feel the way I do. Yeah. Maybe there's also an energy here where in the current overall moment, you're feeling either left out. You could be feeling left out. You could be feeling rejected. You could be feeling lonely, or you could be feeling like a lot of things aren't going well in your money. For some of you, you feel like everything is on your shoulders. You feel like even though you have a support system, and some of you can put in the comments, I don't have a support system. Well, maybe you don't know your support system. Maybe there's people there that would support you in a way that you haven't been willing to accept. There's a burdensome energy here. There's been things you've been carrying on your shoulders, on your back, on your chest, and you're sick and tired of carrying it, and you're ready for that to be over. They're telling you to keep going, that there's something up ahead that you don't see, but we have to get through this season first. Challenge that you're overcoming. Yeah, some sort of communication. There could have also been something that you wanted to learn and that you've not learned. Seeing the beauty within yourself. Divine timing's really helped you. Challenge you're overcoming. Victory, success, moving out of rough waters into calmer waters. At one point, you weren't sure what you wanted from your future. You weren't sure where you wanted to go. My stomach's growling. Now there's more clarity than there's ever been. That you want new, you want fresh, and you're willing to let go of everything. Everything. And maybe that's the season you're in. Talking less and feeling more. What feels uncomfortable? What holds an energy inside of it that feels like it's still holding you back to your past? How can you turn your back on the part of you that always feels abandoned, neglected, rejected, misunderstood? How can you keep your heart open and remain logical and fair and say, you know, not everybody's going to take me into consideration. Not everybody's going to put me first. That's my job. That's my responsibility. Only then can we keep our heart open and understand that if someone hurts us, it isn't a reflection of us. It's a reflection of them. For some of you, you have overcome the challenge of waiting for someone to reach out to you, for someone to recognize you, recognize your worth. For some of you, you've definitely started seeing the truth. Where someone hasn't given you clarity, you've given yourself clarity. And some of you have replaced some sort of ending that used to be agonizing with something that has expanded, that has grown. For some of you, you're overcoming a challenge of some sort of family situation. So some of you could have had a family member pass, and there's a lot of things that you're trying to figure out. Some of you, there could have been someone you wanted to marry, someone you wanted to grow something with, and that's ended. Again, maybe feeling like you don't know all the answers, but realizing that you hold the answers within. And that all you have to do is ask the divine, hey, what do I need to do? Where do I need to go? Show me. Show me a feather. Show me a green random car. Show me that what I'm doing is right, what I'm doing is fair, what I'm doing is true to me. Overcoming the things that you felt had once defeated you, and realizing that they gave the opportunity, the path, the ability for you to put the nutrients back into that ground to grow back bigger than ever. You know, it reminds me of like a garden. Let's say you plant a garden and you can't get it to grow the whole summer. You research, you understand, you don't blame the people that you bought the soil from. You don't blame the people that you brought the seeds from. You're like, okay, it's something I'm doing. I need to do something different. So let me add this into my soil. Let me make sure that I plant it at this time and maybe move where I'm planting it so it's less sunlight or more sunlight. Overcoming all of that and recognizing I have power. I have power. And that's putting you back on a positive note. That's putting you back on a place where you feel like you can express your joy, your happiness, your sadness. You feel like you can express who you are. Feeling like you can fly like you've never flown before. A lot of you are really bouncing back from something that ended suddenly. Whether it's a love, a job, just a season of life, not recognizing that that was your last day of ever living in that season. You know, again, a season of life can mean something as simple as I'm living here, I'm going to do this, and I work here. And then by the next week, everything is completely changed and that season's over. Recognizing you're going towards a new beginning, but also recognizing that you have nobody to thank for that but yourself. Maybe feeling burdened about where you're going. There's also something here where you've been carrying something on your shoulders, something where somebody was very selfish. That person's going through a tower moment right now, but they're wanting you to keep your boundaries up, okay? Because whoever it is that wasn't willing to give to you, who is very selfish, they're telling you it's your turn. It's your turn to be selfish. And I don't mean it mean, I don't mean it vindictively. I just mean at the end of the day, when people aren't willing to put us first, we also have to take on that energy and say, okay, you're showing what I mean to you. That's fine, but let me show you what I mean to me. I'm going to show you that that's not okay to me. I'm going to show you that this situation isn't okay. That I'm not going to just forgive you because you expect forgiveness. And just because you forgive someone doesn't mean you have to love them again or give them that kind of love. What do you not see coming towards you? There's a lot of options or a lot of possibilities coming in. There could be a possibility of some sort of reunion. I see you making a head over heart decision. What do I want? What brings balance? How can I balance out the part of my life that I once felt was toxic, or maybe a part of my life that I once felt bound to, like I was going to never get out of or get over? There could be somebody coming back that's wanting a second chance. I heard second choice. So I don't know exactly what that means. I don't know if they made you a second choice, if they're going back to a choice that once used to be a second choice and they feel like they chose wrong. I feel like this person is going to get a strong reaction from you, which is why you don't need to let pride get in your way. Not realizing that there is a lot of possibilities when it comes to your happiness and where you want to go. And some of those possibilities are going to involve reunions. One of them could be a fire sign. One of them could be a water sign. There's one person who is heartbroken, healing, and needs to make a decision for a new beginning. This person hasn't done that, though. My stomach is just a growling. Okay, what do you not see coming towards you? But again, a lot of possibilities, a lot of things where you have to decide, what do I want to give my cup to? What do I want to be compassionate towards? Who do I want to be compassionate to? I see you maybe having a lot of anxiety on some of those people because some of them were very selfish. Some of them are people from your past. Some of them are not. Some of them are going to be people who remind you of people from your past. But that's what you don't see coming, is that you have a lot of choices coming up. And those choices do involve reunions. There could be some people coming in that's got a sneaky approach on what they're wanting you to give them your cup, feeling still very passionately drawn towards you, but maybe not telling you their intentions, feeling very hopeful, but also, I don't necessarily see you accepting this. They're going to come out of nowhere. You know this, though. There's a very in and out energy with whoever this is. A lack of stability. This person doesn't have staying power. And even when this person approaches, they feel hopeful to collaborate. But I see you losing sleep. I see you saying, I don't know if I want this. Why is that? Why is that? The devil, absolutely, because this person once turned their back. This person once turned their back on what could have been a strong connection. This person, you see how he's kind of looking out to the side, like, I see you, but I'm not paying you no mind. It's interesting because what I'm getting is that when this person planned for the future, they planned for the future that was going to get them what they thought they was going to get, but they didn't. They chose wrong. That's that devil. They could have chose a karmic for some of you. You're needing to reflect on the fact that you're very stable, grounded, independent, and that you're willing to work on a connection maybe more than they are. Okay? I'm just throwing that out there. There's a sense of happiness, joy, and love that you have in your own household that I don't even feel like this person's able to get. And I see you juggling it. Anytime we have that hard of a... I see you being unsure if you want to deal with this person. And that tells me that this could definitely not be a connection that's ever going to be truly healthy. The unsure part of you tells you that something's off. The unsure part of you is telling you that now this person's carrying this burden because there has been an ending. You've grown from it. But there is also maybe a sense of attachment where this person thinks that if they choose wrong, they can just turn back around and re-choose. And it's not always that easy, especially when there's other people involved. If we don't express what we're feeling, what we're thinking, and what we're going to do, we can miss our opportunity. And now this person is all of a sudden wanting to come in and communicate, changing their perspective. But you have so many possibilities. This is just one. And with the devil, there is either a strong attraction or you feel like there's something here that you can't quite put your finger on and explain, but something that makes you feel uneasy. Something that makes you feel like, I don't know about it. I don't know if I want to do this. So what are you not wanting to see? Yeah, you're going through some sort of transformation. There could be some sort of transformation happening at work. Be patient. Strong tower energy. Again, there's also something here where somebody's going to reach out to you and you don't see it coming. Somebody wanting to work on something with you. They're telling you that you could be doing something where you're putting a lot of work, investment, time, energy. It's going to transform. Be patient. As long as you do something from your heart space, as long as you do something that really makes you feel fulfilled and you're putting all of that love and that energy into it, it's going to pay off for you. But I feel like it could happen unexpectedly. But I also feel like you could not be wanting to see that somebody wants to come in and transform something with you. That there could be an energy here where the devil has transformed. You could just need to take it slow with this person. I keep seeing the devil. So there's something here that's telling me you ain't going to be able to get over something in this connection. The devil just keeps coming up, wanting to transform something, wanting to burn something the way it used to be, to let it come back new, fresh, but also maybe not feeling hopeful. But something's turning in your favor. Whoever this is has a lot of love for you. And maybe that's something you don't see, is that this person has commitment issues. They do have a lot of love for you, but it's hard for you to think that this is possible or that this is going to work out because of the devil. Maybe this is a person, a place, a thing, a mindset that this person has been son go-ho about. I don't want to let that go. That's my guilty pleasure. That's the thing that holds me back. That's my toxic trait. You don't see a way for that person to get over it. But what I'm feeling is that this person can actually get over it. It's interesting because even when this person comes in to reunite, you feel like there's a sneaky reason behind it. You don't trust their motives. You feel like they're hiding something. It's interesting. I feel like you feel that people don't change. And I feel like this person's going to show you that people can change, but it takes usually them having to carry a burden of regret, remorse, shame, or something happening to them where they fully understand what they did for change to happen. And I feel like something you don't want to see is that this person could have changed. You're just going to have to really give it time. Let them put in the effort. They're going to want to match your energy. Very interesting. What are you needing to heal? It's interesting because there could be a thought, a mindset, exactly. There could be something here where you're not completely over something, which could be why you don't see change happening, because you don't want to see change happening. You're still bound to some sort of hurt, disappointment, heartbreak, something that has happened, something that's really disappointed you. And now this person wants to come in and offer you love. But you're still holding on to the unbalanced part of them. Person wanting to spark something new with you, but you feeling like there is no new version of them. Because the only thing you can see is the old version. And you have to let that go. But you're unsure. Okay, so I see communication and I see you learning something. So again, taking something slow, giving someone the time and the ability to show us who they are, not who they used to be. Let's get the energy around your money. What's coming in for Pisces and their money, their finances? Pisces and their money, their finances. Ooh, working a lot. Something, okay, there's going to be something coming up where you're going to start planning for the future. There could be a sense of sadness and disappointment. Something not going as fast as you want it to. Whatever this is, you know, let's say this is a promotion you want. Or let's say you've been putting in a lot of work and effort and you're expecting something in the future, like a vacation day or a holiday off, and you're going to find out you're not going to get that. It's going to put you in a season of self-reflection where you're going to actually hold back and ask yourself, what do I want? What's going to make me happy? I feel like this needs to happen for you to get, for there to be a shift. There needs to be a little shift when it comes to your work, your finances. Whatever this, I heard insecurity. Something's going to make you feel insecure. It's going to make you recognize something. Recognize and awake to something. Okay, so for some of you, you've been spending a lot of money, wondering why. No. Some of you have been spending a lot of money, and some of you are going to get to a point where you're brutally honest with yourself. You're going to awaken to something that you're doing that's hurting you, whether it's sabotaging something at work so you don't get that promotion. Maybe it's you constantly putting off, you know, I want to go to college. Well, no, I'm going to put it off. I'll do it next year. I'll put it next year. I'll do it next year. Recognizing that you're sabotaging something and that you need to practice self-love on a different level. But there is going to be something coming in the future that's going to make you disappointed when it comes to your money or your work. You could end up walking away from something. So some of you could decide to change departments, change jobs. Again, change the way you're spending money. What's going to be fair to me? What's going to be justice? How can I balance this out? Because something I'm doing is not working. I feel like I'm putting more effort, more time, more energy into something, and I don't like that. But the wheel is telling you, you know, what goes up must come down. You're feeling this discomfort. So when things come swinging back up for you, you're going to be on top of the world. That's what we want you to feel. But in order to feel on top of the world, in order for you to feel, hell yeah, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to, we have to feel uncomfortable sometimes. We have to be able to go in and reflect and say, ooh, this ain't working. Why ain't this working? Why do I feel like I'm not liking this? Why do I feel like I'm not making enough money, or I'm working 60 hours a week and I'm only getting paid $600 a week? The discomfort helps us get a better future. It gives us the results, usually if we're willing to take the action that we're wanting. But you have to be willing to develop this into something more, to recognize the discomfort, to sit with that discomfort. Some of you are wanting to make a big change, and it's going to bring some sense of happiness, but again, there's discomfort before then. Some of you could maybe lose money before you get there. Again, let's say you want to switch jobs, but in order to switch jobs, you've got to quit your job or leave your job, and there's going to be some time that you're without money. I see an energy of, oh crap, this ain't working, before it really works. Acknowledge how you're feeling. You need to have faith that the universe is going to take care of any concern that you have by providing the best outcome for everyone involved. Be sure that you're using your time in the best possible way. It's time for you to consider organizing yourself, or perhaps even a project that you're working on that could actually use some fine tuning. So again, reevaluating. Reanalyzing what you've got going on, what you're putting your energy into. What do we have? Yeah, a lot of people are watching you win. Again, being careful of what people's motives really are, because you're unsure what people actually want from you. Get outside your comfort zone, needing to get grounded, okay? That come up at the beginning, maybe even feeling unsure how to do that. Patience is going to help you. Again, being patient with yourself as well. When we don't feel like we have the answers, it's because it's not time for us to have the answers. We have to give ourselves time. We have to give ourselves space to hear those. Time to balance your bills and your budget. Your dreams are becoming reality. There's going to be a shift, though, for whatever that dream. And then again, balancing your money and your budget. There could be something here where you're overspending, or you're indulging in a lot of things and you need to take a step back. Yeah, you have a message of good news coming in. It's going to feel like it was a blessing. So this could be, maybe a check or something that you don't see coming your way. But the universe is ultimately setting you up for you to really have the ability to break free from whatever's holding you back. And for some of you, the things that have been holding you back, you felt like it was premature to let go, but they're showing you that it isn't. Yeah, again, be careful of indulging. That definitely has to do with money. Remind yourself what you want, what you deserve. Do not regret the action that you would not take. You could be working too much, feeling like you're really tired. A lot of you could have some sort of family issues, family drama. There could be a lot of expectations coming in from certain people in your family, them wanting you to do certain things or expecting certain things. I see you setting boundaries. I see you, again, assessing situations and saying, does this work for me? Because if this doesn't work for me, at the end of the day, you can't always sacrifice what you want, what you need for someone else. I understand that that's love, but we also have to love ourselves more than we love others, because nobody else is going to love us that much. And I see that happening. But again, a lot of you have some sort of unexpected income on the way that you don't see coming. Feeling a little defeated, but not realizing things are actually working in your favor. But again, there's an energy or a time that they're giving you for you to go within and to discover what needs to be done. Discover those answers that they're trying to give you. And where you feel like you're juggling, where you feel like you're unsure, that's where you need to give them the ability to come in and take over and to show you what needs to be happening. Okay, we're going to leave that here for today, guys. Have a blessed day.